Trump uses the military to give the Houthis a MAGA makeover. The number 2 leader of ISIS is turned into a fine powder, and Trump derangement syndrome is declared a mental illness. Here's the top 5 reasons Trump is trending today. Number 1 reason Trump is trending today, Trump tells the Houthis, your time is up. This comes as the White House releases video of fighter jets launching off an aircraft carrier. Trump posted this on social media today, saying, today I have ordered the United States military to launch decisive and military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against America and other ships, aircraft, and drones. He goes on to talk about how President Joe Biden's stance on the Houthis was very weak. He declassified the Houthis as a terrorist organization. One of the first things Trump did when he got back in there was redesignate them as a terrorist organization. He's not fooling around. We know President Donald Trump is peace through strength is his mission, and they are not going to continue to intimidate our ships in the Red Sea. Trump said the last American warship to go through the Red Sea 4 months ago was attacked by the Houthis over a dozen times. Funded by Iran, the Houthi thugs have fired missiles at U.S. aircraft and targeted our troops and allies. These relentless assaults have cost the U.S. and world economy many billions of dollars, while at the same time putting innocent lives at risk. There's no question it is a bad time to be a Houthi, as Trump is about to obliterate them from the planet. Which leads us into the number 2 reason Trump is trending today. He turned the number 2 leader of ISIS into a fine powder as he released a video of American forces in coordination with Iraqi forces obliterating the number 2 ISIS leader. This happening last night after I posted the Trump is trending. Wanted to hit on that, but it happened late last night, trending all day today. I'll read this one here from the CENTCOM forces, saying that CENTCOM forces killed ISIS chief of global operations, also served as ISIS number 2. The command forces, in cooperation with Iraqi intelligence and security forces, conducted a precision airstrike in Al-Anbar province, Iraq, that killed the global ISIS number 2 leader, chief of global operations, and delegated committee emir, Abdullah Maki Mushali al-Rafai, alias Abu Khadaja, and one other ISIS operative. We may get an opportunity to see another one of those colorful President Trump descriptions when they obliterate one of these ISIS leaders or one of these terrorist leaders, as only President Trump can do it. Trump, again, peace through strength. It is a bad time, again, to be a terrorist anywhere in the world right now that has bad ambitions for America. Trump not fooling around. Number 3 reason, on a lighter note, number 3 reason Trump is trending today, he signs the funding bill to avoid the government shutdown. The White House made that statement today. This is the CRH 1968. This is the one that the House voted yes on, 217 to 213, and the Senate yesterday voted yes, 54 to 46. We know this thing has been trending really all week about talking about how you had one defector in the House, which was Thomas Massey, who has become like starstruck. He's all over the media. He's the press. He's saying, I'm more MAGA than MAGA is. I was MAGA before anybody was. This is the same guy that supported Ron DeSantis in the presidential election, trying to convince everybody that he's more MAGA than anybody else. He's a one-man band. I'm better than everybody else. And so we had that going on with the House. Over the Democrats, you have Chuck Schumer, who had to work with the Democrats. Now they're a House divided in the Democratic Party. A lot of people pissed off that Chuck Schumer voted for this bill that he's voted for previously, which makes no sense. So a little bit of infighting. One way or the other, Donald Trump got exactly what he wanted. This bill will now run through October 1st and gives President Donald Trump a chance to lock in. Now it's up to the House, too, and Speaker Mike Johnson to lock in these Doge cuts and everything else. So a lot of work to be done. That was the first step. Trump signs the continuing resolution today. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, his press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, broke down all of the big wins that Donald Trump had this week. She did this in a 1-minute video posted to the White House Twitter page, and it said, a huge week at 1600 Penn. The video goes on to explain the wins as the CBP Home app that was launched, the egg prices dropping, inflation hitting the lowest in nearly 4 years, Maha Moms convene, gotaways plummet to 77 per day. Department of Education cuts workforce by 50%. Major companies invest in America. All of these things going down this week. Another victory lap for President Donald Trump. More winning, more Democrats melting down, and more tears, which leads us right into the last one here, the top 5. The number 5 reason Trump is trending today. Trump derangement syndrome is now going to be declared a mental illness, which we know it is, but this coming from Minnesota Senate Republicans. They introduced the bill. The Minnesota bill proposes Trump derangement syndrome as a mental illness. Minnesota Senate Republicans have introduced a bill, SF number 2589, aimed at officially recognizing Trump derangement syndrome as a mental illness. This legislative proposal defines Trump derangement syndrome as an irrational fear or hatred of Donald Trump, which significantly impairs daily functioning. The bill, if passed, would amend existing state mental health statutes to include this diagnosis, sparking all kinds of controversy online today. But we all know somebody in our network, somebody in the neighborhood that's got this Trump derangement syndrome. They fly off. They're ready to just run through the wall every time you mention the guy's name. They seethe. This is part of the programming that has happened to these people over the course of the last 8 years or so. These people have been programmed to just hate Donald Trump, and it has consumed their mind. This is definitely a mind virus. It's a woke mind virus. It is Trump derangement syndrome, and it is a mental illness indeed. So we'll see. Keep an eye to see if that passes. That's what I got for you guys here today. If you enjoy these breakdowns, please subscribe to the podcast so you can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.